Once upon a time, love was private. Secret messages, hallway kisses, long talks in the kitchen. But now love has become a media strategy. In this video, we're talking about 5 couples who turned their relationships into content, campaigns, or full-blown brands. Hit like and subscribe to Cultural Disorder. Write in comments which love couple is a brand or which one is real. One of the most famous couples in the world, Meghan and Harry. They left the royal family for privacy, but then came the Netflix deal. In 2020, they signed a 5-year agreement to create documentaries, films, TV shows, and even children's content. Then came the Oprah interview, the memoir, and now, a new film marking 30 years since Princess Diana's death. Some say it's about reclaiming the narrative. Others say it's just monetizing trauma. But don't you care about the reason? This royal runaway didn't help them to avoid the spotlight or unwanted attention. They just changed platforms. And now their love story has become a franchise. Like any good series, each season has a theme: scandal, escape, reflection, and coming soon, legacy. One of the most influential couples in American hip-hop, maybe even in the whole world, Beyoncé and Jay-Z. Rumors about cheating? We got Lemonade, one of the rawest, most emotional albums about betrayal and heartbreak. In its first week, Lemonade sold 653,000 album equivalent units in the US, including 485,000 pure sales, and it went on to become the best-selling album globally in 2016. But what did Jay-Z feel? And how did he respond? 444 was his answer, a thoughtful confessional record that many heard as his side of the story. And then came their joint project, Everything Is Love, released in 2018 under the name The Carters, exploring love, fame, legacy, and power. So yes, Beyoncé laid her pain bare, Jay-Z gave his reply, and together they turned their relationship into a trilogy you couldn't skip. It all started like a fanfic. Travis tried to give Taylor a friendship bracelet at her Eras tour show. It didn't work out, but somehow they ended up engaged. First came the stadium visits. Then came the field hugs. Then came the Instagram post with a Vogue-approved ring, a garden backdrop, and the caption, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." There's probably real love there, sure. But from the photo styling to the soundtrack, so high school, it's clear this wasn't just a romantic moment. It was a moment designed to go viral. Taylor doesn't release anything without a strategy, and that includes relationships. Unlike most celebrity couples, they didn't try to keep anything private. They made PDA their whole aesthetic. Vegas weddings, Italian villas, Dolce & Gabbana campaigns, gothic lace and tattoos. Their love story wasn't just passionate, it was branded as everything in Kardashian's way. Their Portofino wedding reportedly cost around $3.5 million, complete with Andrea Bocelli and custom everything. It wasn't really about getting married. It was about vibes, outfits, mood boards, and likes. That's what matters. And somehow, despite all the styling and staging, it still felt real. Because when you lean that hard into your image, sometimes that's more honest than pretending it's not there. Now here's a different kind of story. A cruel and horrifying one. For over a decade, Cassie and Diddy looked like the perfect couple. Glamorous, powerful, sexy, always on red carpets or in music videos. But behind the scenes, it was something much darker. Now we know. Diddy raped her, beat at her, made do everything he wanted, and has never asked her about her goals, wishes, and ideas. Years of surveillance, control, and abuse. What we thought was a love story turned out to be a system of manipulation. He gave her visibility, and in return, she gave him silence. It looked like romance, but it was really power dressed up as affection. Their pain became art, healing became content. Together, they didn't just save the marriage, they made it a trilogy. Every chapter sold out stadiums. Very song became part of the mythology. It was therapy, with great lighting and perfect production, and a masterclass in how to turn vulnerability into value. Love as a brand isn't always fake. Sometimes it's a dark story about abuse and cocaine. Sometimes it's just extra money. Sometimes it's 2 ambitious people who changed music history. But in 2025, intimacy is rarely private anymore. And if you think you're just watching a relationship, chances are you're watching a really well-written script. Subscribe to Cultural Disorder. We don't kill romance. we just show you how it's made.